guys, it's Amber and welcome to my YouTube channel. Every Monday I'm going to be making new YouTube videos on just different tutorials. I'm going to be doing challenges every other week, and I'm going to be having guests come up where I do their makeup, they do mine, and it's just going to be loads of fun. So I hope you guys will subscribe to my channel so that y'all can see videos in the future. Today's video is going to be all about my everyday school makeup routine. So if y'all are looking for a makeup routine to stick to, but that gives you a glam that is subtle enough to take to school, but pretty enough to kind of stand out, then keep on watching. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go in and prime. Today in this video I am using the Spackle Mattifying Oil Control Makeup Primer, and you put it under your makeup, and this is magic. It works so good, but you just need a little bit. So I'm just going to take a little bit, put it on my finger, and I'm just going to place it around my nose and around my under eyes and my lips. And that's just what we're going to put it all the way around, just like that. And you just need a little bit. And this is just to hold in all the oil and keep your face long lasting throughout the day. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the Mario Badescu Rose Water, and I'm just going to put this all over my face so that my face stays hydrated and is prepared to take on all of the foundation and concealer that I'm about to put on it. So I'm just going to spritz it. And a little bit goes a very long way, and then you're just going to kind of like pat it into your skin just a little bit. Just like that. Okay, so now we're going to do brows. And I'm actually going to do my brows off camera to save time, and I'll be back whenever those are done. Alright, so brows are on now, and I wanted to let y'all know, if y'all want me to do a brow tutorial, then comment down below and let me know so that I can just do one focusing only on brows, because I get a lot of questions about how to do my brows. So if that's something y'all are interested in, then let me know. But now we're going to go into foundation. So today for foundation, I'm going to be using the Revlon Color Stay 24-Hour Foundation in the color 200 Nude. So I'm just going to do 1 to 2 pumps, and I'm going to go in with my beauty blender, and I'm just going to wet it with the rose water one more time just to kind of get it a little damp. And then I'm just going to do a couple pumps and just place it all the way around my face. And you don't want too much, but you want just enough to where it'll cover all the things that you want it to cover up. We're just going to pat it in. And remember, whenever you're patting, you want to just do gentle pats so that you don't irritate your skin and make it really red. And you do not want to rub with your beauty blender. Go in and just pat, little pats, and just make sure that it's blending all the way through. If you need to add more along the way, then go ahead. It just kind of depends on how much foundation you want to use. But since it's just for school, then we're just going to put a little bit. That's just my preference, because I don't want to cake my face. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild Concealer, and this is in the shade 84OB Light Ivory, or Ivory Clair. So with this, I'm going to do a upside down or like sideways triangle under my eyes. And whenever you do the triangle shape, it's better because it takes away not only all the dark circles under your eyes, but it also gives you like this light reflection, and it makes your face look very pulled, very awake, and it gives you just a really pretty glow just right here. Do a little bit on the chin, and then like a half star on my forehead. And it's just for the same thing, just to kind of highlight that area. We're going to spray the sponge one more time, and then blend it out, just like that. And you want to make sure to look up whenever you're blending your concealer, so that you can get it all up in that crease, all the way under your eyeshadow, your eyelash line, your lower lash line. I'm going to do it on both. You want to make sure you get the crease in between your nose also. And on top if you didn't get enough. For the forehead, you're going to want to follow the star pattern, just so kind of like pull up and down and then sideways. You're just going to want to do that all the way around. And then just use the excess on your eyelid to kind of keep your color the same. Okay, so now I'm going to bake my under eyes. For this, I'm just going to use a basic translucent powder. This one is by CoverGirl. It's the Clean Professional Translucent Powder. I got this at the dollar store, so this is super affordable. All the makeup that I use is pretty affordable. Most of like my foundation and concealer were both from the dollar store, so don't think you have to go out and spend $100 on 2 products. All this stuff is super cheap. I think the concealer was like $6, this translucent powder was like $8, and I think that the foundation was about $10 to $12, so it's super affordable. Do not go out and break your bank on products because it's not necessary. So I'm just going to take a little bit of the translucent powder and go with this with my sponge one more time and just get a little bit. And for this, I'm only going to do it on my under eyes because that is the thing we don't want to crease. So I'm just going to go with the tip of my beauty blender and go all the way up and just pack in the translucent powder wherever I put concealer. And you're going to want to look up again, use that technique. You're going to use that a lot just to make sure that it does not crease anywhere where you don't want it to. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And we're going to let that sit. So now we're going to move into bronzer. So for bronzer today, I am going to be using the bronzer that is inside of the Sephora Enchanted Colors eyeshadow palette, but it has blush and bronzer on the inside. So I'll show it to you. And it's in the color Golden Dust. And that is Golden Dust right there. So you're going to want to use this. This is the color I'm going in with today. And I'm just going to go in with my angled brush. And this is the contour brush. And I'm going to get enough product on there that I want, however much you want. I'm just going to tap the excess. And then the technique I use for bronzer, the kind of the trick to give you this pulled, pretty, young, like just firm face look is to kind of do the bronzer a little bit higher than you would think. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to climb up, just kind of pat a little bit, and then I'm going to blend in circular motions going up just like that. And I'm going to make sure that I go all the way around my cheekbone. And then I'm going to go up to my temple, and then I'm going to kind of make like a little U and go down to my jawline. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So we're going to climb up again, circular motions, and just kind of blend it out. And you can put as much on as you want. Some people like to look super, super dark. Some people just want a little bit of that bronziness. I personally have very light complected skin. So for this, I want to use a little bit more just because I like to look darker. And that's totally fine. And you're going to want to make sure you go all the way around your jawline and trace it out all the way. Okay, now, so the trick for the nose, just to contour your nose, is going to be to use just one part of the angled brush. So you're going to want to make one part of it brown. So you're just going to brown that one part, and you're going to pull it down and under, just like that. And do the same thing on the other side. You pull it down and under, and then you're going to do the whole bottom and just kind of blend it out to your heart's desire of how skinny you want your nose to seem. Okay, so now we're going to move on to eyes. Alright, so going into eyes, now we are going to go in with the Morphe Fall Into Frost palette, and I can show it to y'all. It's full of just neutral colors. It's really, really pretty, and I like it a lot. I use it for school almost every day because it just has all the perfect browns that I need. and so that's the one we're going to go in with today. So for the first thing I'm going to do is actually I'm going to go in with my Hula Beauty bronzer. I do this with every single eye look. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a little bit on my brush and I'm going to go in and just apply it all around my lid. And what this is going to do is just start off with a base. And I start in my crease first. I don't know why, I've always done that. And I do everywhere except my lid. That's the one place I don't put the bronzer, is on my lid. I'm going to do it on the other one. And this just kind of helps create a good base, and this way you're not using like a super light color to set your eye either. Okay, so once you're done with that, you're going to go in with a medium to light brown, and you're going to put that in your crease. So I'm just going to take this brown and I'm going to go in my crease, and that's the only place. And remember that you can't take this brush and put it all the way up where your brow bone is. That you're supposed to have a gap there. Don't put eyeshadow where it doesn't belong. It's not welcome on the brow bone. So I'm just going to do the same thing on my other eye. And just make sure you're using circular motions the entire time and you're blending out very, very nicely so that it looks all smooth. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is take in a darker brown, and what we're going to do is we're going to pull this from the outer corner and pull it in. So this is just going to create, for people who have hooded eyes, who have small eyes that kind of go out, this is going to help widen the eye and make it pop. So we're going to do that. We're going to take the second darkest brown that you can find in the palette, or in any palette, just a second darker brown. You're going to go out from the outer crease of your eye and you're going to pull it inwards into your crease, and then do above just a little bit. You're going to pull above and pull under, and that's just going to give you that wideness that you need for that. I'm going to do it on the other one. Remember, pull up and then pull under. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit. And this is the Glow Kit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the shade Golden Dawn and Sun Ray. I'm going to go in with both of those colors, and I'm going to put that on my lid. This gives it the natural, super pretty, sparkly glow and just a little bit of shimmer. I'm not going to cut my crease. I'm not going to do any of that because that's just extra work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with my flathead brush, and it's just like you would use this to carve out your eyebrows or to cut your crease, but for this I'm just going to use it for my crease glitters. So I'm just going to take Golden Dawn and Sun Ray, and I'm going to mix the two. And then I might even throw a little bit of the white sand shade in there also, just to kind of give it a lighter shade. And I'm going to act as if I am cutting my crease first. So you just pull, and you're just going to go out like this, and you're going to stop about halfway. Then you're going to hold it sideways, and you're going to pull inwards and just kind of sparkle that out. And it kind of just gives you that really, really, really pretty flow in effect. You're just going to do it until you have the desired look of how much sparkle you want. And you're going to want to make sure that you just cut it real clean and pretty like that. And you can go back in with whatever brush you used to do your eye, and you can just kind of blend in the two colors so that it flows really, really pretty. And I'm going to do it on the other eye now. I'm going to mix in those three, Golden Dawn, White Sand, and Sun Ray. And the same concept, you're going to act like you're cutting your crease, but you're not actually going to. Just like that, you're going to hold sideways and pull in. And then you're going to do it again. And just follow until you have it faded in nice and beautifully, just like that. And just put as much glitter as you want until you're satisfied with your outcome. And I think I'm pretty satisfied right there. So I have all the glitter that I want, I have all the browns that I want, and now I'm just gonna quickly hop off the camera, pop on some lashes, and we're going to complete the eye look with a little bit of smoke in the lower lash lines. So we'll be right back.
One eternity later.
Okay, so lashes are on, and now we are just going to add a little bit of the bronzer that you use to set your eye. We're going to use that on the lower lash line. So what you're going to want to do is just take a little fluffy brush just like this and take your bronzer that you use to set your eye. You're just going to take a little bit on the tip of your brush, and what you're going to do is you're going to smoke out that lower lash line. What that's going to do is help to widen your eye and make it look bigger, rounder, and just, you know, it'll just pull the whole look all together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the tip and I'm just going to go under my lower lash line, and I'm going to just smoke it out. You don't need a lot. A little goes a long way with smoking out your lower lash line. And you're just going to continue to do that until you get the look that you kind of want. And just that alone just makes the eye look so much bigger and neater, and it just looks so pretty all together. You're just going to add as much as you like. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of highlight on my inner corner and on my brow bone, and that's just going to complete our eye look. So for this, I'm just going to take a super skinny brush and just a little bitty one with a smaller head on it. I'm going to take my highlighter, and this highlighter that I'm using today is Contour de Force. It's by Sugar, and it's in the color 01 Champagne Champion, and so that's what we're going to be using today. I'm just going to take a little bit, and I'm actually going to not use that brush. I'm going to use the same one that we used to smoke out the lower lash line, just because that'll help with the shape of the brow bone also. So I'm going to take some of that, and I'm just going to go where my lash line is, where my brow bone is, and I'm just going to lightly highlight it. Boom, just like that. And it's going to just just make that brow bone pop so much more. Like I said, with the smoking the lower lash line, it's the same concept. This thing goes just a little bit of highlight goes a long way. Then I'm just going to get the tip of that same brush, and I'm going to do it just a little bit on my inner corners, just to really, really, really highlight and emphasize that part of the eye. And that completes our eye look. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move on to lips, and then we're going to be done. So today for lips, I'm actually going to go in with the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream, and this is in the shade Stockholm. It's shade CO2, and so that's the one we're going to go in. And this is just going to give us a pretty nude lip, but it has a little bit of pink tint to it, and it's the perfect amount for school, because for school you don't want to overdo it. You don't want to just have a red lip or a hot pink lip. It's just better just to go subtle and go a little bit more crazy on the eyes, just add a little bit more glitter, a little bit more glam, and that'll help the whole look pull together. So I'm just going to take this and just add a little bit to my lip. It's super light too, which is what I like. It doesn't get crusty. These lip creams are super, super soft and light on the lips. You don't have to, it doesn't feel heavy. It feels very nice, and it has a really, really pretty finish to it also. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in one more time with that rose water, and I'm going to set my entire face. When you set your face, it helps just take away the cakiness. It takes away all the powder, so that you can't really see the specks of powder, and it just makes it look super clean and a lot lighter on your face. So I'm just going to take that and spritz one more time. Okay, and while your face is still damp, you're going to want to pick out your highlight and get your highlight brush ready, because you want to highlight your face and your cheekbones whenever your face is still a little damp, so that you can get the most out of your highlight. So I'm going to take the Anastasia Glow Kit one more time, and I'm going to go in with the shade Amber Gold and White Sand. I'm actually going to mix the two, and they're one on top of the other right in the middle. I'm going to mix those two. I'm going to get my highlight brush. For today, I'm using just a fan brush for my highlight, and then I'm going to get just a little bit of both while my cheeks are still a little damp, and I'm just going to just shimmer it out just like that, and see, it just gives the perfect glow. I'm going to do the same thing on the other one, and just, you can highlight it up as much as you want. Makeup has no rules. And that completes our look for today. Alright guys, so that's the look for today. I hope you guys liked it. This is the back to school, everyday, simple makeup routine. And it still gives you that glam that you like, but it still gives the subtleness enough for school. So if you guys want me to do a lash tutorial or a brow tutorial, or if there's just one certain thing that you guys want me to target on and make a whole video about, then leave a comment in the description below and I will hopefully be able to get to that as soon as I can. I hope that everybody will like this video and subscribe to my channel for more videos every single Monday. I love you guys. Bye. Oh, we're starting? I didn't even know.
Amber!
Focus!
It's
Hello.
focusing. It's working. It's working.
Thank you!
Now I gotta fix it. Thanks, Amber.
I look pretty good now.
Stop smacking!
Yeah, Emma, for real. Like, we're about to film and you cannot eat.
Like, taking your last chip.
Okay, ready?
No?
Oh,
Why didn't you so loud? Literally, like.
like you're being super loud.